Hi ladies and any gentlemen out there watching. So I'm Leslie English, and as always I'm a professional makeup artist and a nurse, and I'm here today to bring you one of my favorite eye looks. Just as always, I am a brand ambassador for LimeLife, so I do use a lot of their products. Today in this video I'm not going to be using any, but I do like to say that up front, and I believe in the products. I stand by them. I am not a representative of any other products that I'm going to be using at all. These are just some of my favorites and my go-tos as a professional artist that have worked for me. So I'm going to be using a couple tools today. I'm also going to show you guys one of my go-to looks using this Ace Beauty palette here. It has a lot of warm tones in it. My eyes are blue with a little yellow on the inside, so on the color wheel the opposite for me is orange. And so a lot of my go-tos are usually coppers, browns, peaches, and reds. So today I'm just going to show you one of my favorite looks that can take from day to night. I already have my eyebrows on, and where I did a contour video I had a little bit of eye color on, so we're going to go in and cover that. Just know that I've already primed my eyes. So this right here is Stila, and it's the color Grace. It is one of my go-tos. I use it on several brides. I am going to start by painting this on my lower lid. I'm going to cover my whole lid today. I'm going to cover up what I did. All this is going to do is add a little bit of grip, a base for me, what I had on previously. So I'm going to cover that up. As always, I do teach private lessons. I teach one-on-ones. I do Skyping, so if you have any questions, let me know. But I also love to give back to the community and like to show you some of my go-to looks. Feel free to ask any questions. Of course, I do live series as well. It's just a little easier to teach without the questions and to answer the questions as follows. So while this is still drying, I just take a brush and I kind of blend it in. And I just want to kind of rub it into that crease line. You're going to want to do what's the best look for your eye shape. If you don't know what eye shape you have, get out there, do a little research, let me know. I can help you. I have a upward turned eyelid. Notice where some people's are down, mine goes to an up, but I have a slight fold, a little bit of a hood right here. So I have to pull my eye makeup up in a little bit of a triangle and build a crease so that I don't look tired. I'm going to take a little bit of this color Jasmine here. It's very nicely pigmented. I'm just going to pat it on top of where I put the Stila. I love those colors, but I like to add a little powder just for pop. And I could go with this and just honestly clean up, put a little bit in my crease, and this could be my daytime look, and out the door I go. All right, so for the crease, there are several brush sizes that you can use, and I'm going to show you. And it really depends on your eye spacing. And when I say eye spacing, I mean your space from here to here. Some of my clients have from here to here, here to here, here to here. So depending on yours, I have a pretty wide to medium, so I can use a bigger brush like this. This one is more for blending for me. It's a little bit bigger. This is more for adding color right into the crease. It works great for smaller eyes. So I like to have all four of them out. You certainly don't have to have four. You just have to have the one that works best for you. I get an old washcloth, set it across my jeans. Sometimes I'm guilty of cleaning my brushes out on my jeans. As always, I've hand sanitized. I spray my brushes down with bacterial spray, and I clean them once every 1 to 2 weeks. Now, if I'm using them on a client, I clean every time with the soap in between. But I sprayed mine down, but I still am safe for videos, and I just like to take and rub out and make sure there's no excess. I keep a little blender here. This is just for any accidents, if I need to lighten or darken, and I keep a flat pencil and some liner. All right, let's get started. So today I am going to work on building a crease. I'm going to use this brush by Marc Jacobs, whom I love, and start with the color Clove, which is a lighter color here. When you're building a crease, you want to start with a lighter color. You could really start with that patchouli or the Clove. And I kind of want to go above where I put the color, but I want to go a little bit into where those lines meet. I usually say start right here, start in the middle, so that you don't get too dark and that you don't pull. I never start right here, because if you put it too dark, you can really mess up and pull some dark color into the inner eye, make yourself look tired, and you can't fix it as easy. Traditionally, we put a lot of dark colors on the outer corner of our eye, so if you start there and you mess up, it's okay. All right, so you just want to get that blended really well. All right. It's a nice color. You'll be amazed at, once you start playing around and getting a little bit more adventurous with your colors, how they will make your eyes pop, especially when you look at color world comparisons. Color Theory is a class that I am happy to host if I have enough people that are interested. Once you learn a lot about color theory, it's honestly like you never want to go back and do your eyeshadow without doing it. It's just, it will just light you up. So I always start with that crease color, or start with a crease color that's similar. And then I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to, I really don't want to go with the reds on top of the orange. I could, that is one colorway you can go, but I think I'm going to use Cinnamon today. It's more of a brown, it has a red base to it, and I'm going to start down here. I'm just going to really kind of deposit some color on my eye here. And like I said, I'm going to pull mine upward, so I'm going to kind of pull it into that crease a little bit. And I'm going to use this bigger clean brush here, and I'm going to wipe it again just for comfort of mind. I'm going to lightly take this brush and I am going to blend it all together. A lot of times, because the blender can round out the makeup on the side, I will keep a flatter brush like this one, just for cleanup of anything that I think fell out or needs to just be sharpened up a little bit. I usually put my foundation on last so that I can clean up any eye makeup fallout. And honestly, you can never blend too much. I mean, if you feel like you blended so much you lost all your color, you just go back and you grab a little color and add it in. So I want to add a little pop there. I'm thinking of using this color Myrtle. It kind of is a cross in between the clove and the cinnamon together. I like the names of these colors, and I'm just going to put it in this outer part of my eye here. I'm going to be careful and not go past the pupil for this look, because I want to keep that light and bright. I want to keep that part of my eye open. So I'm going to take my finger back into the jasmine color, kind of set a little bit on the lid after I got the other color on. And then I like to take just a little bit on my finger into the corners of my eye. I also will sometimes take that brush that I use for blending, just lightly dab it into that light color, or a light color. I don't want to look too blinged under the brow, but I do want to give that illusion of a complete clean look. And I'm going to grab some setting spray of some sort. I've been using Smashbox for these. It has aloe in it. I'm going to go and I'm going to grab this color Poppy to go under my eye. I'm going to be a little adventurous here. Now, if you want to pull the line completely around, you can. It's going to make a more dramatic look. It also can close your eyes out if you have very small eyes, so I recommend just not going to past the inner part of the iris if you have those eyes. But I personally today just want to, I want to keep it a little bit more day look, even though the color scheme can get a little darker. Okay, so you want to use two colors under there, and so what I recommend is putting your pop color and then going back and grabbing one that you used in your crease. I'm actually going to grab this clove that was like the peachy color. I'm just going to soften up the burgundy with a little bit of the peach. Notice how it just softens up the eye. Now, if I were wanting to add just a slight, even more pop, I could take my finger and put some of this rose in the corner of my eye. I can add it to my eyelid. I mean, you could get fun with these colors. I'll show you. We'll add just a little bit of rose just for fun. This is just a brighter pink, and I can put a little bit of it up into the crease on top of everything, just to show you how color theory works. I mean, Just look how it just really blends well with the right color scheme. You want to make sure that the colors are in the same family. I mean, you can do any kind of look. You can make rainbows. You see all the art that's out there now with these extremely talented artists. But when you're blending and wanting to match, I say go for colors in the same color scheme. I'm going to take my highlighting brush and I'm going to grab a little bit of highlighter that I used on my face. I'm going to come back into the inside where I lost a little bit of that color from before, the jasmine. It kind of got just absorbed with the other colors. And I'm going to add some shine right there. Okay, so then I can take a soft brush, go back to my soft brush, and I don't want to overpower everything I did or wipe it off, but I sometimes, just for clean, will blend the edges of everything. All right, so a lot of people have been asking me about winged eyeliner. I am going to show you. It's hard to show you when I'm doing a video a lot of times, and you know, wings are just like brows. They're sisters, not twins. And you just really want to work until they look even. So a little trick I know, that I make sure my hands are clean. If you're a newbie and you have trouble with it, you can put some tape right here and just draw your lines so they're even. But if you do it a lot, you can do it by hand. So I go above, and the way my eye is shaped, I want my line to go upward. I don't want it to look down. It's just gonna bring my eye down. So I've drawn my line upward, and I'm gonna draw it across until it connects and it leaves an open area. So then I'm going to take a liner, I'm going to fill in that open area. I'm going to go up and sharpen up the end of my wing. Then I'm going to take my finger, I'm going to lightly pull the skin, not hard. I'm going to connect my line. Now I can thicken up at this point. Anything I think needs to be thick. If I want to make my line more dramatic, a trick that I use is I'll get me some black eyeshadow in a slanted brush. I like to set mine anyways, because when you're doing a pencil, you might have gaps on your eyelid that you didn't see. I take a little bit of setting spray, put that black eyeshadow on, and I glide it right over top of my liner. And pull it all the way down, just like that. Then you're going to want to take, and you can take a Q-tip, a rag, your finger, whatever, clean up any excess. Today I used a pencil by NYX to show you guys. It's just an easy one if you're starting with liners because it's super thin line. I love the one by Lime Life too, but I feel like you have to practice a little bit before you use this one, so I wouldn't want to show you anything that you wouldn't be happy with. All right, so I'm gonna look back at this side, see where I put my line. I'm just gonna go up, draw my line across, and then I'm going to lightly pull like we did before. Start at the inner corner and draw that line across. Then I'm going to step back for a minute. I'm going to even up anything that I think needs to be even. Sharpen my corner, and I'm going to grab that same brush again, spray a little bit more setting spray on it. You could do it dry, just like it to be wet, because I think it grabs the color better. You want to blend it down into the, almost like a tight line on top, just so you don't have any gaps at all. All right, so next, I'm gonna throw a little mascara on. I am in love with this primer for your eyelashes right now. It's Estee Lauder's Little Black Primer. I have it on right now because if I were in a hurry, which I got a little bit of powder on my eyelashes, but if I were in a hurry and didn't have time for anything else, this primer is black, so it's not white, and it does the same thing, but I could run and go. I could go do errands, whatever I needed. So it dupes as a mascara if I needed it to. I will say that I have naturally long eyelashes, so people are always asking me what mascara do I wear. I love Lime Life for daytime. I will add the primer to it if I want to thicken it up, but then when my two go-tos besides that are Christian Dior and they're Real by Benefit. I love Christian Dior, and it sometimes runs on the bottom, so I feel like I can't use it as much on the bottom. I honestly think that I use a lot of eye creams, so I don't want to give the mascara a bad rap as much as it could be me, because I use a lot of skin prep. But see how the Benefit They're Real just grabs? I like the little small roller ball. So if I'm in a hurry, or say you have shorter lashes than me, you can really get up in that lash line and get mascara on your bottom lashes. Okay, so then I'm gonna take and I just roll it down and then come back up. So I roll down, up, down, up. If you worry about your lashes not showing a lot, wear less eyeliner. A lot of days I go without eyeliner and it just looks like my lashes are 2 miles longer because you don't have that little black area behind your eye. It just starts right at the base. So I like this brush too because it seems to pull and evenly distribute the mascara. We're just gonna clean it up in a minute. I do recommend if you're going to wear the Estee Lauder, put it on and then put your mascara on immediately though, because it can thicken and get a little bit harder, which is, I had a little bit on for my last video. So I sell these if you guys ever need one, but they are the bomb for cleaning out your lashes. Look at all that. And I just used it like 2 days. It just makes those lashes look on point. But all right, so after that, I just make sure I take a clean brush and I just kind of go under my eyes. I look around, do a little self-inspection, and I think I'm ready to go out the door. I hope you guys learned something today. As always, let me know if you have questions, and I love each and every one of you.